That means I'm not going to die in the dungeons. It'll be really nice to see someone else doing that. It'll be cool if we get to a stronghold. I've been working really hard on them, and I hope you guys like what we see.
And
I'm not
also,
gonna die.
Heki and I will be monitoring the chat. So if you have any questions, we're live. Hi, this is live. You can ask questions in both the Modcon YouTube chat and the Skyrim Twitch chat, and we'll try to monitor it and ask the developers when time allows it.
All right, everyone ready? Should we get started?
Yay!
All right. So we're starting off here in the Ashlands, if you can't tell from all the ash. But we're heading into Ashenartes. I think that's how it's pronounced. These names are notoriously difficult. But this is Tomato's dungeon that he wants to show off.
Whoa.
And what can you tell us a bit more about the Daedric ruins? How many? What's the sort of tile set like you see him?
Maddening is how I would describe the tile set. Zix, of course, can talk even more about the tile set just from his heavy work, especially on the exteriors, which
Sure.
he was willing to toot his own horn on a call earlier just today.
Oh, I suppose. I worked on the exteriors of the Daedric ruin tile set. I think they turned out really well. They kind of, have a little bit more purpose to them, a little bit more structure than what they did in Morrowind, but they're still dilapidated, of course. The interiors were worked on by an artist by the name of Jinxie. I'm sure it's really fun to work with from a level designer perspective. But it looks very scary.
It drives you to madness, I tell you.
Someone in chat already asked the first question. Will there be spears in Skyrim?
Yes, actually, there are.
Nice.
And levitation.
I do not actually have a spear in my inventory. I have a staff.
Maybe we will find one along the way.
Да, не играл. Мать тёлки с собакой. Это фейк
Most
или
likely.
информация.
Can
Я
you
никого
read
там не
some
играл.
stuff off from Tomato
Я не похож
in
на мать
lieu of
тёлки
him
с
being
собакой.
here?
Хватит
Please.
распространять
He was
херню.
kind enough to provide a very detailed document about his design process.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. It's very, very, I don't want to say verbose. It's
He
very
tells a story.
carefully. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
So, in original Morrowind, Ashenartes, which is this, is a small Daedric shrine to Malakath. It's located in Molega Mur, and he says that most of the ruins in Morrowind were very similar, and he's taken some prior level design that was done on this and he took it and basically built off of it.
To interrupt for just a second, that is actually a very common thing is, volunteer project, people come and people go. So frequently things are left, half finished for someone else to pick up. It's almost a relay race in a lot of ways.
Yeah, he writes down, at least here, he is very respectful to the artists who came before him, or the designers who came before him. Electing to keep a lot that was there, but then building off of it to sort of evoke the same feelings
Прикольная ловушка. Поняли?
as he designed further.
Погодите секунду. Да, видите.
He's become something of a Daedric whisperer, just the number of Daedric ruins that he started to take on. Not that he's the only one who works on them, of course. Boistery has done many great dungeons. Great Daedric dungeons. Zix, should I try and jump this?
Oh yeah.
Good.
Nope.
Да, позвали долбоёба.
Yes! Someone else
Wow.
died. Yeah.
Well, UCM is in the afterlife. I have another question. Is custom spell making involved? Will it be back?
Yes.
Я, говорит, тебя не видел, и вот с тобой не пивал, но верю, что ты похож на
I
папку.
believe the biggest thing right
По
now
какой
is just
причине ты веришь, что я на папку
UI
похож? Я не
polish
похож
on
на
that.
папку. Это неправда, это фейк.
But mechanically, I'm
well,
pretty sure it works.
Успокойтесь.
Yeah, and while we tread back another general question, is the map of Skyrim mostly to scale like Morrowind's, or is it larger, smaller, bigger?
I think someone just heard me. I believe it's more or less to scale. Also, we do have repair hammers back.
Oh, right, they were just merged, right?
I think so.
You're gonna need to repair your armor after taking a nice little dip, aren't you?
Maybe.
Well, some more words from Tomato, just to make sure his voice is heard. In his sort of design phase, he's kind of, I guess, the last designer that actually got to touch this dungeon, beyond like a final review. He makes a note to say that he enjoys broken down dungeons, quote unquote. So a lot of the rebel piles that you'll see, these were things that just weren't in Morrowind, period. He goes on to use assets that we have available to us, such as the cobwebs and the broken apart floors, the broken apart walls, all the rebel piles, to sort of make it look as though it is very dilapidated. These structures are millennia old.
Everything was very
really
pristine.
Yeah.
Does he have anything in that document describing his thought process on enemy encounters or traps?
He does.
What a coincidence.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm trying to find it. I had seen it before. Yeah, he kept the enemies mainly where they were. The structure of the dungeon is very much the same, but he's added traps in between that, you know, the people who are actually living in here would have set up. The orcs might have very low intelligence, so they wouldn't have been able to, like, open the chests and such that were left by the inhabitants prior to them, but they were able to hold up here and set up traps. Like, I don't know if we passed any, but I know in testing there were a few.
I know I got hit with one trap that just really got me, and I let out a string of very loud swears that I had to be recording for.
I cannot believe Tomato just called orcs dumb. It's a racism, man. Unbelievable.
He really did.
So there was Oh, sorry, Eggy, go.
We have some more donations that I think we should say a heartfelt thank you to.
Yes.
Dal says hi. Thank you for the
Hi.
$20 donation. Skip Nox, thank you so much also for another $20. And Egrets, thank you as well. We may have hit our goal that we initially set for this stream of 500, but please know that any donation, any dollar will still go towards charity, will still help make a difference for the Cancer Research Institute. So if you have anything to give, please consider do so. We have a link pinned in the top of our Twitch chat. Thank you.
So we had another question in the chat, a general question. What is a repair hammer? To people of which only played the older Elder Scrolls game, what would you do with a repair hammer?
So in Morrowind and also Oblivion, your weapons and armor could get damaged as you use them or you took hits, in the case of armor. So you would often have to either take your stuff in to get repaired or do it yourself, which would restore its stats, and if it's completely broken, allow you to use it again.
So its entire system has been restored by Skyrim, so you can just repair away and become the blacksmith of your dreams again.
Oh, this pit is really cool.
I think it's a little scary.
Ого, ничего себе тут огримов сделали.
Yeah, that's a scary bit.
Wow, I like that a lot, actually. That's really sweet.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
In proper fashion, I'm looking at all of these dungeons without like ever having seen them.
You gotta watch out, you see him, you just walked into his swamp, you're in his zone.
It's mine now.
Since we just saw fighting, someone in chat is asking if we're having the skill-based hit chance returned, or if the combat is more like Skyrim.
It is more like Skyrim in that if you visually see something connect, it is hit. But we are putting a little more focus on stats in terms of how much damage they do, how much stamina they take. You have to watch your stamina significantly more in this game compared to... Alright, this is the one that made me... that got me.
Oh, that's a good one.
It really is. What's also funny is...
Go.
Just in this creation kit, this seems so obvious, but in game, it, I don't know, it hides so much more, so much better when you're in first person, or probably when you're in third too.
Speaking of combat, which, you know, depends more on stats, I really respect that UCM didn't level this character beforehand. Like his long blade is skill level 7, so he hits like a wet noodle. He doesn't do any damage. So
I'm committed. What can I say?
If he would have, if he would have leveled this character, he would use less stamina and everything. So stats are much more important than levels also.
See, I wanted to demonstrate that. Obviously, that's why. That's why this is the case. And back here.
Какое огромное подземелье, такого в Моровинде не было.
Do you mind showing the character in third person for a second? Somebody was asking,
Absolutely.
what are... A little outfit check.
Of course. I hope this is a sufficient light. But this is Rotz's brain, a Argonian that we decided to play with.
Someone in chat called him Falls in Lava. I also like that suggestion.
I mean,
that's
you
such
know,
a...
everyone needs a nickname. One thing, I know we bring it up frequently, but just want to show off, he's wearing 2 different gauntlets.
А кого я там играл, извините?
Because we've brought back the modular armor
Кого
system
я играл
from
в
the original,
Сиянии Тьмы, извините?
compared
He
to
can put in
Skyrim.
different pauldrons.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he's also got one pauldron, and not the other.
Круто.
Someone on the YouTube channel asked how level scaling is going to be, because in Morrowind you could actually run into an area which was too high level for you and you had to come back later. Is that going to happen in Skyrim again?
So exact leveling, I'm not entirely... I know we want to commit to the actually difficult areas like before. The exact mechanism, I'm not 100% sure on. I think that's still a little up in the air. I do know that balance is going to be one of the last things that we do. Also, Zix, would you like to talk about the orcish armor for just a second? Because I think it means pretty cool.
Oh yeah, it's armor, I believe we share it with Oblivion. That's like nice to get there as well. But there's a little bit of extra work we have to do on our end to split it into Greaves, Pauldrons, and Akiras. But it looks really good.
Нет, это не у меня, коллеги.
So one cool thing that... Oh, sorry, yeah, go on, Del.
No, I wanted to say that we also have a massive donation of $100 from Cassandra. Thank you so much.
And Egrets, of course, came in.
Вот так вот. Американскую науку спонсируют модеры для Скайрима.
Wow, I like the design of the chandeliers. How they like pull in via the thing there. That's really cool. Wow.
So one thing that Tomato also wanted me to mention is, once I kill these guys. Oh hey, a spear.
Анимации нету, где анимации?
Talk by fighting.
It's hard. I can't multitask.
I know, right?
Aye.
Эй.
Oh, could you maybe pull out a torch or a lantern in your second hand?
Yeah.
Some people say it's pretty dark on the stream.
Apologies, folks.
We do mention that basically on every stream. Due to this being streamed, it's a tiny bit darker than on your actual screen. The game is perfectly playable, also if you don't have some light in your second hand, but we do want the areas which are dark to be dark. That's intentional, but it will be fine in game, don't worry about it. It's just a little bit dark on Twitch. This is a big dungeon.
We're actually near the end, so one thing that
Well,
here, not really. So some dungeons in Morrowind, compared to Skyrim, which end up being a loop, instead follow a slightly different trick, where they just have 2 entrances or 2 exits,
Они как с фильтром
which, while
открываются,
fun,
понимаете?
definitely presents a whole different problem where you have to have encounters that can be approached from 2 different directions. So, hence, even after fighting the big boss, you know, those 3 orcs in that one little side area, and the Ogrim, you know, I still had to fight a couple of little guys up there at the top. Those are potentially the first enemies you encounter if you come in on this top entrance.
if I may butt in for 1 second, I was
Please.
just reminded by Trey, our weather and lightning guy, that this is the first demonstration of our new light library, where we have matched nearly every light source with the proper light color for consistency. That's the first time you're seeing that. World premiere.
Yes.
Круто, круто.
All right. So that
Что-то
is
произошло, мне так
Ashenartes.
говорят.
Next up, you've
Beautiful.
got
Good.
Oyster's dungeon.
Hi, Oystery.
How you doing?
Doing great, thank you. It's gonna be hard to beat that Daedric Ruin though, I think. I think Tomato did such an excellent job with it.
I love all my level designers equally.
Yeah, let's see if we can
This
kill
is
you
being
a few.
recorded.
But yeah, let's see if we can kill you a few more times. This is
Probably.
a high-end, let's say a high-end dungeon.
Argo
But
is
yeah.
asking in the YouTube chat if Skyrim is following Morrowind dungeons pretty closely, and I think this is like a prime example of showing up our philosophy in that way.
I hate that. I hate that so much.
Yeah, check a potion. I think it'll help.
I think I need to. I wish I had that frost resistance. So we're also bringing back traps. Can you talk a little bit about that, Oyster?
Yeah, so we're also bringing back the, I guess, iconic door chest traps you saw in Morrowind. In Morrowind, they were slightly different, though. They were, I guess, just glowy containers and doors that, you know, when touched before you properly disarmed the trap, they would shoot some spell at you. But we've gone in another, like a different direction, where we have a bespoke 3D model for a tripwire trap that is attached to the.
That I definitely saw
Check that
and
out.
still. I definitely saw and
Yeah.
still clicked on it for the demonstration. Totally. Speaking of
Yeah.
Yeah, you
demonstrations,
can see the little box in the corner, yeah.
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 Ours
Yeah.
is not actually in yet. That's Skyrim's, but we will have ours implemented pretty soon.
Yes. Speaking of new directions, I actually cannot pick this. As you can see at the top, it's too complex. We're going back to more stat-based security issues, so I simply can't get through this door. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to
Не
proceed.
смог дверь открыть.
I think you just, yeah, I think you can manage.
Ресурса не
Yeah.
хватает. Ресурс подвел. Я ему скинул даже
It's
ссылку
magic.
Exactly.
Magic.
на
I've
посте.
achieved Kim.
Но он не зашел. Он не увидел даже.
And just in general about this dungeon, for those that don't know, in Morrowind, very much like in Skyrim, Dunmer, or the people that live on Wardenfell, they bury their dead in tombs. So this is much like a Nordic tomb you see in Skyrim, but you know, in Wardenfell. So this is where they cremate and bury their important family members. They're usually also separated by their families. So this tomb in particular is, I think it was Venom family.
Venom.
So
Yep.
yeah, Venom. So they have some high-ranking, very high-ranking House Redoran family members. So that's why you see some Redoran banners and Redoran lamps and clutter in general specific to them. But as you can see, not everything is exactly okay here. There's
И добахнем же. От меня пока все. Пользуясь случаем, хочу сказать спасибо за серию видео истории РПГ. Никогда не интересовался старыми играми. Вообще не ожидал, что эти видео будут интересны. Но они помогли скоротать очень много рабочих часов.
Пока все. Пока все, коллега. От меня тоже пока все. Последнюю рюмку сегодня. Спасибо большое. Спасибо огромное за такое щедрое пожертвование. Блин, а что я на паузу поставил? Надо просто потише сделать. Спасибо большое за сегодняшние щедрые пожертвования, которых не поможет каналам. Позволит меньше заботиться о том, чтобы заходить на какие-то стримы дурацкие, и больше о том, чтобы делать ролики. Может, ты рассказываешь? Тихо, тихо, давай не будем слушать тебя. Вот. И именно по истории РПГ, ну, я не знаю, коллеги, вы слышали, нет новости, но думаю, все будут рады, кто ждет историю РПГ, из-за того, что скоро уже будет. То есть, в принципе, сам ролик готов, его только озвучить надо и смонтировать. Но довольно-таки объемную работу по, во-первых, прохождению игр, во-вторых, полному разбору футажей по тайм-кодам, там, по всем приколам, и в-третьих, по написанию сценария, да, разбору каких-то приколов всяких, да, это все я сделал уже, и поэтому осталось, по сути, это по мелочи. Поэтому ждем. Выпуск будет, ну, во-первых, самым длинным на данный момент, во-вторых, довольно-таки характерным, потому что все-таки последний выпуск по 70-м. Подведение итогов. Будем переходить в 80-е. Эпоху знаковую и, в отличие от 90-х, менее известную, но все-таки более известную, чем 70-е, про которые вообще никто ничего не слышал, включая меня. Время озвучки где-то x2, x3. То есть, если ролик часа 4, то 8 может занимать. Или вообще 12. Когда я хроники озвучивал, ну, вот эту вот хронологию, как это называлось? Вторую эру, короче. Я что-то типа 2 недели озвучивал. Или неделю вообще. Ну, не помню точно. Но как-то вот тяжело было, тяжело. Шло тяжело, скажем так. И сейчас я, наоборот, тренируюсь, чтобы как раз-таки целый день мог сидеть, просто озвучивать. Буду рад любому вашему видео. Ну, надеюсь, порадуйтесь. Видео на 12 часов, которые я готовлю, которые вот-вот должно выйти. Ляпы озвучки, ну, их особо нету. И именно смешных каких-то, к сожалению. Да, по Skyblivion. Это правда. Грустно, забыли совсем. Сколько? Часов 12 будет. Ну, это такой ASMR-контент для тех, кто поспать любит. Для спящих бизнесменов. То есть для вас, дорогой коллега, в общем-то. ASMR-контент для спящих бизнесменов. Ждем. Скоро на канале Lordmaster.
House Redoran family tomb, because the current, I think, House Redoran leader, I forget what the rank is, but is Volvin Venom, I believe. So I wanted this to feel just like an important location with, and because it has a lot of important family members in Dunmer culture.
Я теперь понимаю, не зря я этот ролик готовлю.
And I wanted to seem old, so hence the catacomb section, as I call it.
Контент для сна.
Thanks.
That I hope is not being lost in the Twitch stream.
Yeah, it can be pretty dark here, but hopefully enough that people can see the major details.
I think the question was more about, first of all, thank you for that, but the question was more about, because in Morrowind, dungeons were way smaller than what we have here.
Yes.
More about like how we upscale things so they don't go completely out of proportion, like how does our level design generally approach the translation from a game from
Тот момент, когда я пройду каждую игру.
Well, I think personally and I guess generally speaking, usually when I take a look at a dungeon, I first take a look at the Morrowind layout. It's usually, when it comes to tombs, it's 1 or 2 rooms with a couple of hallways and basically no clutter. But I try to look at what they were trying to, or what the best did there, and take any, let's say, unique details or shapes of rooms or like the general vibe and layout of the place, and try and implement that in Skyrim. Basically, just keep the important bits, but and here usually we go much bigger in size, especially when it comes to dungeon locations, like quest locations. Sorry. So this one, for example, doesn't have a direct quest, but it has a long-running like miscellaneous quest that doesn't have any journal entries or anything like that, and has a very cool, unique NPC boss. But usually we try to keep what it was in Morrowind in mind and integrate all the important bits, and then expand the size basically on what feels right, for the.
При игре за марафон, да, нужно не то чтобы вырезать темное братство, но как бы расправиться с некоторыми представителями Варда. Мать ночи там говорилось, что это конкретно Мать ночи Варда. То есть это титул, который носит глава Темного Братства в округе Варда. Как-то так.
I never saw it. I also think it's.
Well, we do have the reanimate spell, which Skyrim had, if that was.
Да, я
это не бах. So you can resurrect enemies you kill or corpses you find.
Последний бах на сегодня. Очень хорошо посмотрели.
yeah, we have.
I just want to ask. I just want to
не
ask real
могу
quick. What's going on in
пожаловаться.
this
С
tomb? Why is there
очень
why is it being
душевно.
resurrected the dead? This is like
Полосочку почти
this
собрали.
is like a sacred place for the Dunmer, isn't it?
И в целом,
Yeah. So
спасибо вам, что
yeah,
смотрите.
tombs are, as you can see,
поддерживаете.
this particular tomb, not everything's right here.
Могу только вам
I suppose.
пожелать, чтобы
There's
чаще
a necromancer
почаще
called
новые
Boris
ролики
the Maggot
выходили
King,
и устраивали вас.
They've
Качеством разбора,
basically put up their lair here,
прочими
and
вещами.
that's why all the guardians that
То
would normally
есть,
be alive are
себе
dead.
пожелать могу
And
собраться,
when
вот
you come
это,
in,
знаете,
They're being resurrected because the
выпускать.
necromancer clearly prepared himself for, invaders.
Наконец-то что-то
And that's why you
нормальное.
can see all kinds of spooky
Давайте
magics
коллеги,
going on.
бахнем.
And,
За слепую,
like these
за
bone
Skywin,
effigies
за Team
in
Spirit, за
normally
все, что сегодня
clean
произошло.
ash pits. Nope. I think you missed, maybe?
Well.
Oh.
Note to self, don't use that very often. Now, you want to tell people about what they're seeing right now?
Yeah, guys, this has been in the background of our streams for years. This is the very first time that Skywind has crashed on one of these modcons or C3s or whatever ever, and he's always there. Bobby's always there to have. He has always our back in case the game crashes. It's the very first time we can show him.
Так что я даже не в претензии.
Oh my god, this is a real world premiere.
I should have been paying more attention. Those stars have been broken for a
Рандомного
while.
пива пахнет.
Yeah, same. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I also knew that. I'm so sorry.
You just do the Hank Hill voice. Dang it, Bobby! Who said you could achieve him at this time? Go back to your room.
I like how people are like, I can't believe your Skyrim hasn't crashed in so many years. But sincerely, since 2022, we've been doing conventions, and this is the very first time the game has ever crashed.
Yep. And the last
because
time
all
I
of you
saved
would
was
remember
here.
Bobby, and you don't.
Exactly. He's just been a secret little thing hiding in the background. Well,
Oops.
I'm sorry, Oyster, that got cut short a little bit. But
Yeah, so
that's
sorry, Oystery.
perfectly fine. You were 1 minute away from the end, so it's perfectly
fair.
fine. People can see it when they play the game when it releases.
Very true.
Is there
Very true.
Is there anything in particular about this dungeon that we didn't get to that you think should be shouted out, Oystery? Like anything that you'd like in particular?
No, not really. There was a little bit left.
На фоне
dungeon.
официальная
We were gonna end
презентация мода Skywin
before
от
we
разработчиков.
get to the boss fight, which is gonna have a
Все,
small
кто играют в
custom
конференции, это разработчики
scripted boss fight,
Skywin, да,
say that.
которые презентуют как бы текущее
I
состояние
mean, I
мода
can very
на
quickly just,
мод
with the same magic that I used to unlock the door,
2026 года.
get back to where we were.
If you want to, you can run there really quickly, and we could go through some questions.
Yeah, that sounds perfect, actually.
Okay,
So,
so one
do I
question:
click on-
will
yeah.
all the same dialogue options be available, and will they be voice acted fully, partially, or not at all?
Argyle isn't here, our resident writer, but I guess I can say that the writing team has worked really hard on rewriting the dialogues so that they will fit better in spoken speech, because Skywin will entirely be voice acted. So, but the general list is the same, I would say. But everything has been rewritten, thanks to our hardworking writers.
Another question: are there any quest markers and stuff like that in the game?
So one thing I had going before it crashed, we had something called
Если есть вопросы, вы спрашиваете.
Purist mode going,
Отвечу.
which,
Или напишу
as you
в
can see,
чате.
removes
Спросим у
the
разработчиков.
compass.
Они вроде перестали
There's
отвечать
still some UI elements that were present
после
in the
двух
past, of course,
вопросов.
but the compass is optional.
We will have a working diary with entries which will guide you to where you need to go. So just like Morrowind, but in case you're like me and you're lazy and you're like, I am going to the quest marker, that's fine. You can also do that. You can have it both ways. Perfectly feasible.
Alright, time for
Another
some magic.
very interesting question. Can you cast levitate on enemies or NPCs like in Morrowind? I don't know.
I don't believe so. Just because, there, see? Back where I was. And I'm...
Perfect.
just gonna try to take the hit.
You might be able to jump over it if you're
Alright, I can
really charge.
I can jump.
Almost.
Also, if I was good. If I was good, that'd be great.
Another question, will staves work like in TES 3 melee combat or like in TES 5 wands?
So they do work both. They can cast spells, or you can hit people with them.
Нарисовали хорошо, согласен. Нарисовали хорошо.
I'm not sure, is that finished? I'm not sure if that has been fully implemented.
It was
yet,
at
to be
some
honest.
point, but it's kind of broken right now, I think. It hasn't been up.
Okay.
Unfortunate. This is a cool.
I want to say
set
the
piece here.
intent is to use the shout button for that.
The staves, yes. We've repurposed shouts for wearable enchantments or weapon enchantments. Because
Also
there
look
were
at
shouts
all-
in Morrowind.
I hope everyone appreciates the really nice decals. Many dungeons have extremely unique decals on the walls or the drawings, you know.
Люблен.
Of course, a lot are reused, but sometimes you really find something that's only in this very specific dungeon.
Я
and
про
nowhere
этот
else.
данж рассказывал, кстати. В этом данже лежит лук теней тот самый. И здесь Горис, король опарыши, живет.
Another question, can you hurt ghosts with non-silver weapons?
No, they have to be silver or enchanted.
Thank you, Anonymous, for another $10 donation. Everyone, please don't forget, despite already hitting our goal, we gladly take every cent you have to spare. Thank you so much for all of your
Должно быть
donations. It's pretty
серебряное
insane that we
качество
already
или
hit
лучшее.
$800 of
Amazing.
rating. Thank
Или
you all so much.
зачарованное.
Oystery, do you want to tell us a little bit about this room that I'm not going to go too far into?
Yeah, so in the distance, I think you can see him sitting. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's Goris, the Maggot King. I think this is where we'll stop.
Yeah.
Currently, this room is half done only because the boss fight. I've not yet scripted it, but it'll be in later. So
Должна и презентация.
you'll just have to play the game to see it for yourself.
Босс-файта
There's
нет
gonna be a
еще.
small, unique boss fight here that I think will fit Goris the best. He also has a unique artifact for everyone who enjoys playing a stealth archer, I believe.
Да, лук теней.
Stealth archery. You have me interested. But for now, we're going to go on to Marco.
Hey everyone. Can't wait to show off what I have here so far. It's going to be a bit of a in-depth look, so to speak, if you catch my drift.
Your
And
drip.
by that, my drip and drift, because it's an underwater dungeon.
And you thought I was
it's
playing an
a little-
Argonian just for fun.
Yes, we've been preparing this for the whole time. Falls in lava, is now swims in water. Welcome back, man. So yes, this is Mudon Grotto. You
Вот
know,
Мудан, да.
it just kind of exists, just a little grotto area. There's not much to
Где
it
лежит
in the
кольчуга.
grand scheme of things, but we really wanted to show off just like
Терраса
some new water
из
changes
кости
that we
дракона.
had. You know, amazing work for clarity and visibility, and you know, just kind of have
Good
some
lord, what was
underwater
that?
combat as well. That's a dreg. Scary little octopus, man. Look at him. Look at those like pincers and weird mouth tentacles. So gross, grody looking. I don't like it personally. But you know, there's not much here. It's
Ой,
just a
под
simple
водой.
little grotto. You know, if you look around, you might find something.
What's this?
What's that? Oh, I guess it goes deeper. I guess it just goes down and down. Maybe you might find like maybe more nests of them down there, maybe some loot, but it's really is just a sort of an emphasis on underwater combat. And also, it is kind of a litmus test in a way for players who want to explore underwater but need to be prepared. You know, be an Argonian, bring water breathing potions, bring visibility potions. That kind of stuff helps out a lot when it comes to our underwater exploration, which we do have a ton of now. That is something we wanted to focus on with Skyrim in particular, with some of our more water-based regions and stuff. But I'm pretty proud with it. There's a lot of nooks and crannies around here, and the original philosophy of the original design was focused on having pretty simple linear cave area, but kind of testing the player to make sure if you're going to be willing to go down to this depth that you are prepared. You know, you can't just go anywhere without being prepared.
Игрожурки не было
It
никакой.
is kind of just like a whatever dungeon.
Была
There's nothing really
автошарма,
special
глава
going down in
игрового
here.
подразделения
I mean,
Xbox,
if you keep
получается,
going,
или
you might
Microsoft,
find
я
like
не
a
знаю.
couple bits of loot and stuff, but I
Ну, по
doubt
сути,
you'll find
начальница Тодда
really
Говарда.
interesting.
Вот она в Твиттере
Yeah,
написала,
it's a
типа,
cave.
ой,
It's a
какая
nice
крутая
cave,
игра,
but
типа,
it's just a
поиграла,
cave.
ранний
Just
билд.
a cave.
Oh, what's this?
Называется ТС-6, 8 звездочек.
Oh, what is this? Huh. It's a
Who put
glimmer
that
ruin
there?
underwater.
И
I don't
Oh,
know.
wow.
I didn't. This wasn't.
есть
This wasn't
информация,
supposed to
что
be here.
типа
I'm so confused.
ТС-6 Sentinel
This wasn't here when I put
называется.
it last.
Контролируемый слив
Alright.
произошел.
Dropping the pretenses.
В
Welcome to
принципе,
Mood on
это вся
Grotto. This is a
информация.
hidden
Ну, то есть, как бы,
dormer
уже
ruin that's been lost to
практически
time,
секрет
buried underneath the
Полишинеля,
water,
что
kind of
будет
forgotten about.
Hammerfell.
It's
Есть
I have a lot of
вопросы,
secrets in
будет
here.
ли еще
It's-
Хайрок, то есть,
this.
типа,
Their whole
залив
philosophy
Илиак
is that this
вместе
leads up to this dormer ruin
с
dungeon,
Хаммерфеллом.
and with the goal of there's something here. There is something here. I'm
Сложно
not going to tell you
сказать.
what it is. It's worth it, but
Вот. Но в целом,
you really do need to be prepared. And
такие вот новости. Это
this is actually a
Skyrim.
joint sell with me and
Это
Oyster.
Skyrim.
He worked on the latter half of it. This is me working on the beginning half. It's all
Много в
underwater.
оригинальном море
The main
интересного скрыто под
purpose of the
водой.
cell
Ну,
original was
практически
sort of like
ничего.
a simple cave part
В
at
море
first to get to the
только
Dormer
квест
ruin.
по Эти скрыт под водой.
It
по
is
большому
kind of just
счету.
like a litmus test at the end of the day, kind of like an Iron Man. But I really wanted to evoke
Нет,
the
подожди.
original feeling of like this is a transition.
Например, ребилд добавили приколы под водой, именно квесты,
Are we still
всякие,
friends? You see him?
контент
Yes,
полноценный, но
but only just.
города-треугов,
Only
насколько я
just.
понимаю, добавили. Ну, в
And
оригинальном
there is a lot of
Брайдене нечего
opportunity
делать
here
под
for you to
водой.
survive,
Нет.
even if you come in a little prepared. There are breathing potions in here that'll help you breathe underwater. I'm not going to tell you where they're at. It's a surprise. It's all a surprise.
I appreciate the attention to detail of a pressure plate that doesn't do anything because the trap's been waterlogged.
Yeah. I really wanted to evoke a feel of like a dormer ruin that is in disrepair, which I think is just kind of the theme for all our ruins that we've seen
It
today.
does.
Just a-
It is involved in the name, ruin.
Yeah. So just something that's been lost to time, kind of not working, but I really wanted to kind of play around with the sort of six-dimensional movement of water combat and water movement, because you can just go up, right, left, down, everywhere in this dungeon, and there's stuff that you can find. But of course, if you're pressed for time and you're not prepared with water breathing potions, you're not going to be having a great time.
Короче говоря,
you know?
мистер Кэт был прав 8 лет назад. Мистер Кэт
But you know, I just wanted to
Сделал
evoke a
всё
lot of themes
правильно.
of like underwater ruins, you know, Jules Verne's, like 6,000 Leagues Under the Sea. You saw that one, didn't you?
I did see that one.
Good. I like it. He's learning, chat. This is what we call repeating patterns. This is how we teach players. And then, of course, we have to have our big surprise locale.
Это кто
We have to
такой?
have a big oomph factor in here.
We have a bunch of
Его не
slaughterfish.
было в Моровинде.
Yeah, man.
Что это за
They're
тварь
not
была
gonna make it easy for
страшная?
you. How would you prepare a slaughterfish style? Some nice lime, and maybe a little bit of plant on there, or what?
We have like 2 recipes with them in the game, but don't ask me for the details.
Yeah,
Терраса не под
And-
водой находится.
like. And
Терраса
there's just,
в
yeah, just
древлянских
wanted to
руинах.
really evoke a feel.
Просто проход в них через
Wanted
грот.
to make it feel special and
Формально
cool
не
and
под
important,
водой.
but also at the same time, this is just one part of a long underwater dungeon. So You're meant to
Sam,
keep
could you
moving.
fight in third person? Sorry, Marco.
No, no worries.
Yeah.
I rather see you die in third person.
Well, I just took a health potion, so I'm fine. Oh no, there's the fourth one.
Не, морской бой.
But
Это
yes,
здорово.
also a major thing to consider is visibility as
Почему
well.
это
You
в
want to make sure
Скайриме
you can see
вырезали,
everything
я ума не
underwater pretty
приложу.
well, and also make some stuff that's worth looting. Still kind of difficult to see, but at the same time, you know, have it be visible enough that you can appreciate how everything looks underwater, have good line of sight enemies. A lot of things go into underwater design. It's a very interesting process.
So much
We
damage
actually have
so
a
bad
question.
at swords.
Нет, дрюги тут
Yes.
супер
We
мерзкие
actually have a question
какие-то.
about underwater combat, which I can't really answer, so maybe one of you guys can.
What
There
is
was
it?
a question.
Sorry, yes?
No, the question was if our underwater combat is shareable with other mods, and I think the question currently is not really.
Yeah, I don't believe so, but I personally don't know enough about the mechanics of it to say.
I think we have some
It's
very specific animations for underwater combat that would have to get ported over. I think, right?
I believe so.
Like there's
It's
like a
not-
behavior tree for this kind of thing.
Ну, собственно,
Yeah,
в
it's not
Скайриме...
trivial, so
Почти в
it
Скайриме оставили водное
would take
дыхание,
some work,
да.
and the person who implemented this is not active on the team anymore, so it's even harder for us to share because whoever figured this out.
В Моровинде
isn't there
было еще заклинание
There's
быстрого
a great
плавания.
question I see that asks if we can
Очень
romance
полезно.
the drag.
Well, of course.
Опа.
Yeah.
Oh my ears.
Sorry, that's for the 18 plus mod. Sorry, you need to make that yourself.
You'll find it on Nexus.
You'll find it on Nexus, don't worry.
Yeah. And, oh man, looks like don't quite have enough time to go for the rest of it.
He's drowning. He's drowning. Quick, someone
no,
get
he's
him
going
out of
through
here.
a tunnel.
Oh no.
Connection
however-
breaking up. Connection breaking up.
So,
Это все?
since we've gotten 500, I guess it's time
Yeah.
to check out a stronghold.
Yes, I'm sorry, chat, but I'm actually not done yapping. This is one of mine
More-
strongholds. We're gonna show off.
More Marco
And-
Yap incoming.
I know, right? It's what
Everyone, pause. Oh, we
Варенье
have a
лазать
VIP
было
who
нельзя.
just donated $6.66.
Варенье
It's
только
Bobby
можно было
Break,
из воды
and thank you so
подниматься
much,
по...
Bobby, for blessing us, being
Типа,
here.
He's
по
real.
краю.
He is real.
В
He just
Дагерфоле
donated.
можно
Thank you
было
so much
лазать.
for having our back all
Да,
these
это
years.
работало.
And also Everhard, thank you so much for the $5.
Я не знаю
We are
как,
so
но
thankful
это
for every
работало.
dollar. So please keep it up. You know, small amounts also amount to big changes. So please continue donating. Thank you so much.
Yes. Welcome to Thalasmarian. This is an interesting little.
Let me get to the front. The COC took me to
Палас
the
Марион.
roof. Sorry about that.
Две
Alright.
морские
Yeah,
цитадели.
that was surprising actually. I wasn't expecting that.
Now.
Hey, welcome to Thalasmarian. Before we actually go in, I'd like to give the floor to Zix a bit to talk to us about the Stronghold tile set and the progress that's going on with that, if you would please, Zix.
Yeah. You're looking at the exterior stronghold tile set at the moment. It's done. It's all the way done, except for maybe a handful of things. But yeah, the interiors are being worked on. Even as we speak, I'm doing them like on my other monitor. And I'm really happy with how they turned out. Big shout out to the texture artists. There's like 3 or 4 of them. I can't remember all their names off the top of my head. I gotta look them up. But yeah, I think they turned out really awesome.
Одному выделили.
And hopefully in the coming weeks, in the coming months, you guys should start seeing more
Арену без
stuff
смертей, я
about
думаю, легко пройти.
Dunmer/Chimer strongholds from level design. I guess.
Дагерфол надо особый билд использовать.
Yes, I must say
Арену
this one.
тоже.
Temporary
Тоже
bear
можно.
sounds that some of these enemies are making. That is certainly not final.
But yeah, this is
В Зельде был навык лазания.
This is Thalasmarian. You're
Такого
sent
не
here.
знал.
This is a 6-house base that the Sixth House taken over of this ancient Chimer stronghold. You're sent here on a quest during the Red Ring quest line by the lady in charge of the Red Ring treasury back in Vivek to kill Dagoth Tanis because he murdered I believe it's
Для меня вот это
a
все
boy in
выглядит
armature or
немного
some sort of Red Ring
сомнительно,
warrior, and they took his
поскольку тут в основном вайбы...
his family heirlooms. So you're going to go kill them, get rid of them,
Господи
and
мой.
bring
Реклама
back the
озвучки
amulet that was
медведя.
stolen, while also dealing
Для меня это
a
выглядит
blow
как...
to this, basically cosmic
не
threat.
как
If you think
Моровин, а
about
как
it.
Skyrim, Dragonborn.
Also, thank you so much to Hank Sill for $20. Thank you.
This
Smart man.
Hank,
This
are
is
you proud of
crazy.
your son, Bobby? He
Bobby,
became
yeah.
Vivek.
Just imagining Hank Hill with
Это
the
всё-таки
fucking,
другой
or
вайб.
sorry, shoot, my bad. The Soth the Sail helmet he's wearing it. He's speaking like that. My bad.
Dell, do you want to talk about some of these blighted enemies and the texture work that went into it?
Yeah, so I don't know, maybe one or two of you people have played Morrowind, you know, a handful of people in the chat might have.
Maybe
You
one.
always had these creatures and they said like, this is a blighted being or this is a diseased being, but they always looked the same. They never looked actually diseased or blighted.
Ой,
And
реклама, ничего
thanks to
себе.
the amazing texture work of Furion, my
Посмотрите,
Totally,
как они выглядят страшно.
we now can actually just see that the creature is diseased or blighted because they now have very distinct features. All of the blighted creatures have wide eyes, the diseased creatures have very distinct pustules, so we really wanted to make it more than just a text overlay. You know, you can now just see what you're fighting against and what nice disease you can catch from them from afar.
Yeah. So there's a lot of unique textures that we use to help differentiate our diseased or blighted creatures, which was really helpful, especially in areas like this where their presence isn't supposed to be immediately known quest-wise, but you can kind of get a sense that maybe there's something going on with all these blighted creatures around. And I really just wanted to evoke a feeling of like destruction and kind of forgotten rubble with this one, especially since it's out in the middle of the Ashlands where a lot of this stuff like this gets buried and forgotten, and there's a lot of old ruins. It's not exactly an easy place to get around to. And, you know, just kind of make a sense like there was once a civilization that was built here, and no one currently lives here, except with what we're seeing here. It seems somebody has made their home, and it's not Sixth House.
Also, I just need to correct chat. Chat just wrote Cliff Racer. I'm sorry to disappoint you. That was not a Cliff Racer. I'm pretty sure that was a Cliff Darter. And the difference is that we have these smaller critters, flying critters now, which are called Cliff Darters, and they have feathers, actual feathers, because there's a lot of plume in Morrowind, and there aren't a lot of feathery creatures in Morrowind, so we now have the nice little Cliff Darter hanging out, and you can pluck him for his plumes.
Marco, you're cruel, by the way. All these... Look at this.
What are you talking about? This is reasonable.
В точку рели Септима. Там
No one got hurt,
заменили во
except
время
you, a little bit.
симулятора.
Also,
But
since I
yeah.
see our SFX lead in chat, and someone just... Oh yeah, this is nice with the telly. That's a good detail.
На стенках подземелий клинков
Because I
её
see
это самое.
our SFX lead in chat, you might hear some
Распяли.
creatures which are using Skyrim, like screams, noises. Those will be replaced. We are still in the process of creating new voices for all the creatures.
Что
Don't worry,
началось?
there will not be any
Ну, типа, я так
screams
понимаю,
in the final game.
Speaking of sound effects, sounds like an eruption right now.
в Зельде продвинутая
yeah.
механика ассасинов, да?
I have a bear
Don't
trap
worry
to
about there.
disable. Exactly, I have a bear
You
trap
do.
to disable. That's much more pressing to me.
There's a lot of traps around here. It seems someone else has made their home in this area. Clearly, they don't want the Sixth House to get to them, as you can tell by some of the dead bodies that are laying around here.
Oh yeah, we also have custom face paints, as you can see.
Yeah, and custom
Face paint.
and custom. We also have custom face scarring as well, and tattoos, and I think like some
Ну,
other kinds of
это
marks
было
that
в
I can't
Скайриме,
remember,
что не
but
рассказывают.
that's due to our wonderful 2D team as well.
Это раскладка в Скайриме в оригинальном есть.
And coding for implementing it.
Yes.
And coding. We can never forget coding. Oh, there she is. Peggy Almalexia has donated $4.44.
We have the
along
whole
with Anonymous. Who's wait, hold on.
We also had Hank Set.
Hank
$20.
Set, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Who is Nerevar in this situation is the real question.
Luann.
Yeah.
Luann,
Marco is so since the interior set is still being worked on, is this ready to show, would you say, or would I be best served letting this person have their privacy?
I think this person deserves their privacy. They have the full clutter in there. They're living their best life, but our interior tile set textures are not quite done for this particular outdoor hut. But if you know the name, you'll know that this guy, he might be kind of low-key, but you might be able to learn a thing or two about him when it comes to archery.
Зельда Красная гора. Зельда гораздо более древняя
He's one
серия.
of the best.
Archer is inevitable.
Stealth Archer is inevitable, but he's out here living his best life. But
So
yeah,
we
this is
can
how
so
some
much
of the ruined pieces and our tile set goes for the stronghold texture. It was a joy to work on this. It's been fun to experiment with destruction and rubble and the shaping of it. Took a bit time to figure out, but I gotta say, this is probably one of my best my favorite tile sets I've worked with in a while. So thank you, Ziggs, for the pleasure. It's a good one. It's top tier for me anyway. And you all will be getting to see plenty more of this coming soon. Trust me. There's some really... This is probably one of our more boring strongholds, I'm going to be honest with you, just content-wise. We got some real special ones coming up.
UCM, while
Верим,
you're
верим.
sweeping the area with your eyes, is there some
Yes.
dried and withering type vegetation in this biome?
Is there? Is there, you say?
Is there?
Behold, dead trees. Is that what you're talking about? Or
Это, по-моему,
Well, it
just
was a
something.
question from chat, so maybe
Oh.
maybe that's what they were referring to, yeah.
yeah, there we do have dead and dying trees. And I don't Skaithcraw. So yeah, it is a challenge that our Ashlands developers run into frequently, is how to make this area feel interesting. And not as dense as, say, the Bitter Coast, but still not a waste of space, which I think they accomplish. It is wasteland. It is effectively a desert, except ash, but they do very well to break up sight lines, create interesting features. For example, there's another stronghold right over there. I don't know what state it's in, so I will not be going to it, but there it is.
Next modcon. You can visit it next year.
Yeah, there we go.
Also, it
For a
happened. John Red
$1,000
Carnivore.
donation.
John Red Carnivore donated $20 for now. Thank you so much.
I genuinely did not expect King of the Hill references to get us donations, but here we are, and I'm loving it.
Well, I genuinely didn't expect UCM to crash on his first stream, but hey, here we go.
Hey now. I also streamed
Hey
years
now.
ago and probably crashed. I can't remember.
Yeah, probably. That's possible. I don't know.
It's a winner. But yeah, that's
That's
it for my
really
yaps on
странновато,
stuff I've done, and I believe
Ничего не скажешь.
we've seen everything we want to see, unless we
That's
want to do
everything
something
we
else or
had.
just yap and answer questions.
Yeah,
That's
it's still
everything
a-
we had lined up, so
Yeah, do you want to wrap up with some questions? I still have something from chat collected.
absolutely.
I'm not sure if the default character has this, but there was a question if the journal structure will be like Morrowinds, or if it will be like topic-based, or like Skyrim. Can you maybe... I'm not sure if the default
Unfortunately, I
character
don't have any
has
quests
a problem.
going on right now.
Yeah. Maybe we can
I
just
think it's-
hop to the city and take one?
Yeah.
Sorry, Heiki.
No, I was gonna say I think it's still being worked on like right now, so I don't know if it's in a yeah, it's a work in progress kind of state. But I guess we can show if you think that there's still something
We can also ask the crowd what city they want to see. Within
Which
reason.
city should we take one quest? Because you've all been donating so nicely. And no one told us when to stop streaming, to be honest. Like, we don't know when to end, so we can go to a city if you guys want to.
On paper, we've got 10 minutes, but we're also the end of the day, so we can just kind of go.
Когда мне надо смотреть следующую серию слепой.
Do you know how to levitate? Somebody wants to see a little levitation.
Как это вы не знаете, когда закончить?
Might have to turn on God mode for to have enough magic, but
I also think it's worth shouting out that if anyone's interested in perhaps joining Skywind or keeping up to date with what's going on in our project, we have a Discord server and application and a website where you can apply to in case you're interested. I don't know the current needs right now, but there is always, of course, an opportunity to volunteer if you feel so inclined.
I also saw a question about a progress update, if there is a progress update for Skywind. If you haven't seen it already, we do actually have a large video, or big, long video we uploaded back in May with a full update of basically every department of the whole project. So you will get quite a good overview of how everything is in each of the departments. Granted, it is a couple of months old now, so some of the departments have done a lot of more work since then. So it's already getting outdated thanks to our fantastic contributors. But it's good for an overall status update.
Does mark and recall work?
it does. You get to land.
Do you want to try it?
I guess.
The thing is, I hope it's not broken in this version. It was broken for one build.
I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Everyone sees Bobby again?
Ooh, that would be terrible.
I do also think it's worth mentioning how amazing it is we've gone over our goal. Like, thank you so much, guys. This is going to go to a great cause. Like, it's truly a blessing that you're all able to do this. And so quickly, too. Like, that's impressive.
Oh, no.
And not only to our campaign, but also to the entire weekend of CMC streams. Since this is only our own campaign, but the overall campaign for the whole event this weekend has been reaching even more.
Look at UCM bamboozling this cliff racer by showing
You'll
up.
never catch me.
I'm seeing some folks in some of the chat saying Saran or Vivek. I'm seeing a lot of Sarans, Viveks.
I do like Saran. It's honestly one of my favorite cities, just design-wise.
Там проститутки.
Saran is a lovely town? I keep forgetting. Is it like a shanty town or is it a well-built up town?
It's a town. It's a proper town.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, Saran. Yeah. I'm inside interiors too much. I don't see the outside world. I don't go outside.
Me too, brother. Me too.
Да, в ТСО там есть дом земных наслаждений Дезель за
UCM, you might be able to answer that. What's the status of the
800 лет
overall
до рождения самой Дезель.
So,
и никого по
every
фамилии Дезель в нем
interior, or interior type really, except for Strongholds, has had at least a first pass? Oh no. Oh, right. So before we started, I murdered a gondolier for this hat to complete the look. So...
And someone now has to pay quite the fine, don't they? Of course, for anyone who doesn't know, this is Morrowind, so there's a couple options of getting out of this. There's the normal option, but UCM, you could always go with the true option.
One person in One person in chat
Someone
said
noticing more.
best. That too. But someone in chat said best ending, and I kind of wish we'd cut right there abruptly.
Oh no, just on the oh no hard cut, yeah.
Yeah.
One soprano as ending.
I really wanted this hat to complete the look for my Argonian character. So, murdered a gondolier person, had to go through 3 of them before I could find someone, and yeah.
That's a 30 gold. That's a 30 gold hat. You paid 1,550 gold for it in the end.
Yeah, that's I mean, that's how Rox's brain works. That's how he operates.
That's why he jumps into lava.
Yes.
Yeah, the guards are currently broken. If they turn left, they wrinkle into themselves and then turn themselves outwards again. So that needs to be fixed. We are aware of that, but it kind of looks very funny when they crinkle up, to be honest.
I love the crinkle cut fry looking tail, yeah. Also, there's the
really good.
Palace of Vivek way out in the distance.
Yeah, maybe we could see.
Yeah,
maybe we could see Vivek a little bit for the masses, for those who haven't seen. Quick little peek.
Why not?
I really enjoy our far field of view, like and the LOD expansion. You can see so much further. I know that people sometimes complain that it doesn't feel like Morrowind because there's not enough fog, but don't worry, there will definitely be fog.
Наоборот, нужно, чтобы глаза на что-то ориентировались.
Oh, so someone said they want to see the House of Earthly Delights in Surat, to which I say,
Cringe.
I see you.
You'll have to play the game.
Yeah, play the game.
I'm on someone's porch. Wait till sometime in the morning.
Yeah. Who shows up to Vivek in the late afternoon for sightseeing, you know?
Oh, can you talk to someone really quick? Just to show how the dialogue looks and how people sound. Maybe we can actually find like an NPC who's talking. We have 2 more minutes.
Sure thing.
Да, давайте, ребят, закругляйтесь. 2 минуты осталось.
Any random person?
Yeah, I think the Ordinator should have voice. Give it a try.
Слепая ждет. Вот, кстати, диалоги, как выглядят.
But he is speaking.
Я это уже видел, но...
Should I ask him about dummy topic to ensure
впечатляет, как они реализовали.
Yeah, that's a good one with the mask.
Yeah.
Oh, so we have another donation, $50 from Scribber.
Nice. Thank you, Scrib.
Not quite King of the Hill, but I'll accept it.
See, and I did that. Yeah, we have quite a complex dialogue system, I think.
Oh, absolutely. And just to reiterate, all voice lines will be normalized later. We have an entire team which is just remastering voices. There's also in the video hack you mentioned, there's a big chapter about that if you're curious about that process. So in the end, all voice actors should have like the same loudness to them.
Yeah, I guess to wrap things up, we're always looking for volunteers, of course, to help get us across the finish line. Things are looking great. Things feel really great. But
thank you for the donations. Oh my god.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Over $900 on our campaign and over 2,000 for the weekend as a whole for CMC. So thank you everybody so much. This is a huge help. to Cancer Research Institute, and it's just wonderful to see everybody come together like this for a great cause. Thank you.
Дворец, суки, покажите. Дворец покажите. Вы чё делаете? Дворец покажите с планетами. Вы чё, отсталые, что ли, совсем? Они реально шизофреники, что ли, или что? Пошли вы нахер просто.
Этот гриб слишком большой и мудрый для тебя.
Я просто не могу. Они не дошли два шага до дворца.
Верчу пенисом, будто мельница. Ах, умелица, двигай креслами, красная девица. Магнит дизайров пажу, когда он бэгерша. Планты крутятся, это ядерные духи чудятся. Велик, спасибо за книгу. Читаю веды, ебу, суку, кури сигу. Велик, спасибо за книгу. Читаю, суку, курю веды, ебу, сигу. Благослови мой глот, я вижу ночь после гриба, благослови мой глот, сворот на корбище проливаю кровь, ведь мне нужна богов любовь с тобой, ты вы со мною боги, ведаю, а ты убогий, я курю, лежу чертоги, твое имя в некрологе, твоя мама смотрит на меня и говорит, вайбовый челик смотрит на тебя и говорит, сынуля, нету денег, иди нахуй, у тебя не фейк, ты немного денег, но ты домой верить, и так каждый день. Вырежу тебя как фоб-фильтром, текью, факаю твою малую, потому что могу. Велится на белую пламя плотное, шепчу, прощу хвалу за то, что не въебенно звучу. Глаза на закат смотрю, ебать, у меня таланты, хоть и небеса горят, как будто алый водопад. Шелковая рубаха, золотом горло расшипела, на тех хмурые ебало, и за 3 рубля пальто. Если жизнь крутить в экране, то это скучное кино, где один еблан играет сам собой в домино. Вырежу тебя как фоб-фильтром, текью, факаю твою малую, потому что могу. Мама, дай на свайк охуенно, ты тру, со мной духи предков, кушай грибы, и я покажу.
Сын мой, этот гриб слишком большой и мудрый для тебя. Дарую очищение.
Я чту свое родовое дерево, идолы в лесу, моя вера неумерена.
Я чту свое родовое дерево, идолы в лесу, моя вера неумерена. Я чту свое родовое дерево, идолы в лесу, моя вера неумерена.
Я чту свое родовое дерево, идолы в лесу. Дуюсь
релисом, верчу пенисом, будто мельница. Ах, умелица, двигай креслами, красная девица. Магнит дизайров пажу, когда он бэгерша. Планты крутятся, это ядерные духи чудятся. Велик, спасибо за книгу. Читаю веды, ебу, суку, кури сигу. Велик, спасибо за книгу. Читаю, суку, курю веды, ебу, сигу.
Дорогие коллеги, дела. Ладно, будем закругляться на Ютубе. На Ютубе. Если кто-то хочет как бы финалочку посмотреть, еще где-то на часик-два максимум, переходите на Twitch, ссылочку скину. А если вы мажор, у вас много денег, подписывайтесь на лор-мастера в этой, как ее называют, на бусте, короче, да? Бусте. Да я не могу скопировать, мне нажимается. Подписывайтесь на лор-мастера на бусте, и там тоже стрим есть. Первый стрим лор-мастера на бусте. Если есть лор-мастер, должен быть лол-мастер. Коллега, предлагаю тебя на эту роль. будешь лол-мастером. Официально. Благословляю. Благословляю. Все, на ютубе закрываем лавочку. А остальных жду на Твиче, на Бусте. Будем досматривать слепую еще там хотя бы пару-тройку серий глянем. Я думаю, нам никто не запретит. Все, ютуб пока, давай, бывай. Бывайте, ихтиандры.